Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. New stream. About to ask the questions. Oh, there you go. So there's a big topic going around right now of do you need a college degree to be a graphic designer? And my answer will probably shock you. So I would say probably yes and no. It depends on where you at in life. And there's so many um different variables to if I'm leaning towards yes, so many variables if I'm leaning towards no. So we're gonna start with yes. If you're in a situation where you're creative, you really want to learn about graphic design, but you don't have the software to become a graphic designer, I say go for it, definitely. So what college will do for you is college will be a place where you're gonna be able to meet new people, um, network with different designers, learn as much as you can hands on from a real teacher versus either just on social media or whatnot. But also, college and these universities pay for the programs that you use, that the leading industry use to design with. The Photoshops, the illustrators, the Adobe products is what the industry standard is. A lot of people like using MacBooks. I don't use Macs. I use PC, and that's a preference. But I can control both. It's a little bit different on the control side. It's a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Um. So yeah, if you got a situation where you can't afford the software, definitely go for college because I still use my college account right now, and I also use the paid account. So it's like it's the pros and cons when it comes to knowing if you need a degree or not. Um, College is gonna teach you the fundamentals, the basics of what you need to know about being a graphic designer. One thing my teacher told me when I first got there was they don't really care. Like the graphic design hiring places don't really care about the degrees, not necessarily. It's very good that you got it. You showing discipline and everything that you need to succeed into these programs. But if you look at two different people, a person who never been to college and just IQ of design is so high because probably they've been doing it for so long, studying, self-taught, self-education, versus a person who been to college, got all these degrees, bachelor's degrees, and the person who didn't went to college, if that person portfolio is stronger, who you think will get the job? And once I figured out this answer, I was like, probably the person who's stronger. Everybody else in the class was like, the person with a degree, and that's not the case. The person with the stronger portfolio that fit the description of what that specific job is get the job. It's not because this person got a bachelor in graphic design, a bachelor in multimedia, a bachelor in arts. Okay, you got your bachelor and you know the design elements, you know all the big words, you know the lingo, but this person portfolio is done on the business. So that's an easy one. So what would I use my college? I won't even aim for a college degree. I'll just aim for a couple of years of just seeing how the process of teaching graphic design works. Like, how do it feel to be a graphic design student? What do they teach? What type of language do they talk about? What is the design process? What's what's going on in the design world on that side, the educational side versus the freelance side versus the self-taught side. So I would definitely say no matter where you are in life, I think everybody should at least enroll in at least one graphic design course, even if it's online, if it's in person, just try it. You never know. In another place, I think for graphic design, school or class or whatever they got, it's the network to meet new people, to grow off people. And if my answer was no, that you don't need a college degree, and these would be the reasons why. Um, I feel like if a person in a position where they got all the tools, the finances, the money, you don't need the reasons why I said I would. Like you don't need a school account so you can log into these programs. You got the finances to go pay for your subscription or the money subscription. You got um a, a high IQ when it comes to watching YouTube videos and reading self education, where you can teach yourself these design elements and tools and what you need to get the job done. Then mm, probably won't need it or wouldn't need it. But like I said, I would just use it for meeting people. Oh, I got a graphic designer calling me now. Hold on, right quick. Yo, what's up, brother?
Yo, what up, sir?
Shit, I'm live on YouTube doing some design TED talk. What you got going on?
Nothing much. Actually, I've been working on a 3D printer all day, trying to.
I know.
I made a couple of mistakes on something, so I've been trying to correct a couple of mistakes. But now I'm doing some little quick cleaning. I had to clean the house up.
Okay.
So what you want? How long you gonna be doing that?
I'm just live. I'm just talking to people about the topic is, do you need to go to college to be a graphic designer? So that's the topic. I'm just telling people what I
Oh,
think. Yeah, you don't. You don't. You definitely don't. But just
but
just
it helps.
it's just a topic. But but yeah, I was gonna say I could pull up on you, come bring stuff over there and show you what I got, or I can come pick you up and we can go somewhere and I can show you. But whatever easier for you, if you wanna do
Hey,
it.
you come chill. I don't mind visitors.
All right.
Whenever you finish, just let me know whenever you finish with your next session.
All
By
right.
the time I'll be finished cleaning and the house will look presentable.
All right, brother, I got you.
All right.
All right.
Just,
Oh, damn, my bad. I hung up on him. But another artist just called me and was like, "Nah, you don't need a design. You don't need a degree. You don't. You definitely don't." My bad for hanging up. I'm gonna text him right quick and say my bad for hanging up. My bad for hanging up. But I got you though. Just give me about a little minute. Let me finish this podcast and then I'll hit you up. Yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, I would definitely just try it. Like you do not need it. No, you do not need it. Like I feel like that for everything in life. Only thing you might need a degree and stuff for is probably like the basic like doctors and lawyers and all this stuff. Yeah, you need degrees for that stuff. But to be a graphic designer, you don't. Um, I think you need to know the fundamentals. I think you need to know the why of graphic design for sure. You definitely need to know the fundamentals. When I say the fundamentals is not just using templates, not just using what's there. Can you create that from scratch? And then the reason why is them colors there? Why is them fonts? Why is that space in there? What is working? What ain't working? What can you improve? Is it approvable? Like improve. I'm talking about approve. But these the questions you need to ask yourself when it comes to design, because I can easily go on Canva and get a template and just change the words to what I want the words to say. Is that graphic design? Is it? Versus somebody who started with a blank canvas. Now I'm putting my background up. I'm putting my my borders, my fonts, my designs, my layers, and I'm building it from scratch. And what I'm building from scratch working, that's graphic design to me. But I don't want to take away from the people who use templates and canvases. I just want you to know the templates and canvases that you're using. I want you to know why they're working. Why is that font chosen there? Why is them words placed in the place that they're placed? It's crazy. You gotta just sit and think about it. Um, if it's just like you don't care about it, you don't really want to learn about it, that's okay. But if a person that's very intrigued and want to know the reason why, it's common sense. That's just like a kid that drive past McDonald's and they see that M, they gonna know that that's McDonald's. But ask them to spell it McDonald's. Like, how do you spell McDonald's? They don't have a clue. But they can show you where it's at. They can show you how the symbol look, the logo. That's the job of graphic designers. They trying to convey a message without even really saying anything. And that's very powerful to me. Another example would be, I will say, I would use basketball for example. A person that know how to play basketball versus a person with a very high IQ of basketball is two different things. It's two different things. Yes, you can shoot like Steph Curry. Yes, you can dribble like Kyrie Irving. Yes, you can dunk like LeBron or whatever. But if you don't have the IQ to know what's going on when it comes to the whole thing of basketball, like if somebody's sticking defense on you, do you know if they doing a man to man, or do you know if they doing a zone? Do you know when to do a give and go? Do you know when to do a pick and roll? Do you know how to do a backdoor cut? Like just the IQ of knowing what's going on in the game while it's going on is gonna be way better than the person who's just super raw. It's just common sense. Yes, you can dribble, but if a person come and double team you, how you gonna dribble past two people? If your IQ high enough, you know to pass the ball. Because obviously, if two people on you, what do that mean? Somebody's open. It's just common sense. It's logic. So I use basketball as analogy because some people can relate to. Like just watching, like I think it's baseball an example. I know how to play baseball, but I don't know the fundamentals. Like the IQ, my IQ is not that high when it comes to baseball. I can watch it. I know you're supposed to hit the bat and you're supposed to run across, but I don't know the signals. I don't know how to read the field. I don't know. Like my decisions will be probably completely different than a professional. Like if somebody throw me the ball, do I pull throw the second base stand first, or do I pull throw the first? And it's like dumb people are built for that. They know what to do in them super specific situations. I won't have a clue because my baseball IQ is not that high. Um, can I hit the ball very hard? Yes. Can I hit it very far? Probably. Can I throw a pitch probably fast? Probably. But I don't know what I'm doing. And that's just how it comes with being a graphic designer. So just wanted to do a little quick TED talk. Do you need a degree to be a graphic designer? Somebody just called my phone randomly and just said, no, you don't. And I don't think so. It's one of them jobs where you just need the IQ. I just think if you can get that graphic design IQ and get that lingo, you win. You can walk into any circle, any design office, any design firm, and stand with the big dogs. Now you know what hierarchy is. Now you know what color grading is, what print options to use. Now you can communicate with these print shops and these design firms, and and you know what layers is, what's line, using space, like just the lingo, just your design process. Like if I come up to you and be like, design me a logo for a coffee shop. What's your design process? Is it just hopping on the computer and now you're designing the logo for a coffee shop? Or is it more way before you even touch the computer, you doing research on coffee shops, you doing research on the brand that's hiring you, you doing research on other people coffee shops, what's working, what's not working, is you doing research? Like how do you do your design process? Because I'm pretty sure some people shop right on the computer, which is crazy to a designer that start with paper and pencil. Like all the designs start with a sketch. Can you sketch on a tablet? Yes, you can. But most people start with paper and pencil with their ideas, with their visions and stuff like that. So it's just learning about stuff like that. And that's how you become better as a graphic designer. So we're doing these podcasts, we're doing these streams, we're doing these lives. And I just wanted to bring up the topic. Do you think you need to be, do you think you need a college degree to be a graphic designer? And that was the question. Let's get it. KimmyTV.com. You already know what it is, man. Let's get it.